All right, guys, this is the Mole Target Lab. This is the absent version that is posted on Schoology. So we're just going to give you the starting numbers to perform the various tasks that you need to do for this lab. So task A is to calculate the number of moles in a specific gram mass of salt NaCl. So I'm going to put a plastic cup. I'm going to zero it out so it's not considered in the mass. Now I'm going to add my salt. This particular sample has a mass of 179.95 grams. So I want you to do this to 3 sig figs. So we're going to use 179 grams. 179 grams of salt for task A. Task B is to determine the quantity of molecules of water in a sample. So again, I'm going to put a plastic cup on the balance. I'm going to zero out the plastic cup so it's not considered. And now I'm going to add my sample of water. All right, our sample of water has been added. And the balance reads 94.04 grams. 94.04. So what we want is, again, we want 3 sig figs. So we're going to say that this is 94.0 grams. 94.0. Okay, next we're going to use copper sample number 7. Here is copper sample number 7. And you are to determine how many atoms are contained within copper sample number 7. So I'm going to zero the balance, and I'm going to carefully place copper sample number 7 on the balance, and it has 6.09 grams. 6.09. Okay. Now we're going to determine the number of atoms, how many atoms are in a sample of aluminum. I'm going to put a container. I'm going to zero it out. And now I'm going to add the sample of aluminum. Let's make sure we got it all. All right. Our sample of aluminum is 3.27 grams. 3.27, that can be read right down here on the balance. The last task is to determine the number of moles in a sample of ammonium sulfate. So I'm going to take my blue cup. I'm going to zero it out. And now I'm going to add my sample of ammonium sulfate. This particular sample has a mass of 6.40 grams. 6.40 grams of ammonium sulfate. Ammonium sulfate has a formula of parentheses, capital N, capital H, 4, close parentheses, 2, capital S, capital O, 4, NH4, 2, SO4. You will need that in order to complete your calculations. So you have 5 tasks. Use the absent version that is on Schoology to complete your task. You will be graded on your accuracy of your answers to the accepted answer. And make sure that you turn this in by the due date.